did coming for the 808.
I came out here first, 97, in a 1-bedroom. When I looked in the ad, it said 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And I didn't know it was actually 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom.
And maybe even 98, but I moved to Cali when I was in the 6th grade. Born in Hawaii, part Hawaiian, grew up in Hawaii too. As a kid, I would always hear James Coles and Cutmaster Spaz in the mix. And that sparked that DJ side of me, and seeing the movie Juice too made me want to become a DJ.
Before you got turntables, you would walk around and any tabletop you would be scratching for some reason. It was all in your head already before you got the turntables. You'd be walking, walk past the table, you're in the air. So I think that's when, soon after, we got to the real turntables.
Yep, we went to the San Jose flea market, You got one of the homies just sitting on the box, the last one there. I was like, oh yeah, that's mine right there. But, I had no idea that these set of turntables was gonna be hot garbage. But you gotta start, somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? We was babies, man. Little young pups, bro. You know what I'm saying? Didn't barely have, $20 to our name, but one thing that you stuck to was your craft, bro. And you was passionate about what you believed in and what you loved, So, there was never ever a time where my boy Bronson ever made an excuse as to not get to where his destination needed to be. Blood would be hopping on either the bus, getting rides from pops, from homies. But Blood always made an effort into getting to his destination, to getting his craft done, And man, there's been so many times, man, countless times, where me and Blood would hop on the bus and just go on that ride, that long ass trip, not knowing where we was gonna land. And stumble across Streetlight Records, Rasputin, right there on Bascom on the west side, coming from Sunnyvale. And man, dude, we would be in there for hours. Blood just be up in there flipping through the tracks, seeing what's the latest and the greatest. And I'm just like, damn, Blood, I'm watching Big Bro work, and I'm just sitting there like, man, admiring how Blood getting down. And one thing I can honestly say, Blood real genuine about this. He really got the heart for it, and the passion as well.
I remember the first record store I found was all the way down El Camino somewhere in Mountain View, Tower Records. And that's when I bought my first records, like just, Juvenile, Back That Ass Up, the singles, and Nas, and a couple other records. And I started building my record collection, And now I got these 2 turntables as I taught myself how to mix. This is before Serato. We talking about, this is probably like 2001. This is when I first got my first set of turntables, and slowly I started building my DJ setup.
You're playing with my dad's techniques, cassette recording, and back then everyone was making mixtapes. That's where mixtapes came from. Mixing music through a mixer, and it was copied onto a cassette tape.
My first scratch records for the first time was Hamster Breaks, some DJ Cubit records. This was records that had sound effects, on the scratch. DJ Rectangle, Stone Throw, Super Duck Breaks. These are all like the original scratch records.
I met Idea when he was a little kid still. He used to go to Guitar Center, steal beats out there. He used to have to ask permission from his dad to come out with me. I'd take him to the clubs. He was still underage, still in high school. Yeah, I just remember always having to talk to his dad, and Then I introduced him to DJ Cuber, gave him his number. Then that's how they linked up. The rest is history.
Dad was like, yo, I got a little problem, child. My child is like, he's talented, but he just got the negative energy, went to the thug life. And I was like, man, he needs to learn about hip hop, scratching, and you know, that's what saved me too. A lot of people, a lot of kids, it's the energy, you know, the energy goes the negative way. But then when they discover like the arts, the beauty of hip hop, it like saves them, and then they can use their transmute energy to help the world with their gifts from God, you know. So that's what he discovered it, and he was just stuck. He would come cut it up and scratch, and I bought his first beat. I was like, damn, you can make beats. I was like, damn, that beat is sick. So I was like, let me give you a little bit. Yes, I put it on the record. It was so good. I was like, Yep. I got all the credit too from it. I said, yeah, I made that shit. Nah, it's on the back. It has your the credits. Yes.
I ended up learning how to scratch, learning how to BPM, learning how to mix. Because I found one of these VHS tapes because we would get on the bus and I bumped into this one dude at East Ridge in San Jose. Learning about Cubert, he had this VHS cassette called Turntable Wizards Mechanic Workshop. And it's like super, at the time, super rare VHS. But they breaking down all the scratches, how to do the crab scratch, how to do the flares and orbits and double clicks and all that. So that's when I was exposed to actually, okay, you got to learn, there's a skill set to this. It's not just doing random. You got to learn rhythm. You got to learn timing, you know? So all the foundations when it comes to timing, rhythm, it all comes from my turntablism background. Yeah, man, growing up in Sunnyvale, being around a lot of tech kids, man, really inspired me to start understanding the computer and how to work it more. One of the first people that I recorded and even put me on to even how to use the computer in that way was the homie Mark. He lived down the street.
Back then in the 90s, you got a PC, it's not nothing great, had AOL, you know, but I don't know if we was recording on like a recorder and playing the beats on the speakers, but we were using Windows 98. I was a kid I was a wannabe rapper or trying to be a lyricist. He had just moved to Sunnyvale, and I was living there at the time, and he had a whole setup. He had a PC of his own, he had speakers, and I think it was like a stereo or something, and this is when he was living with his pops, yeah? And that's the thing that makes DJ Ideal how he is, because it was an idea when we were kids, and it's brought to reality.
Well, it started off with I was always at Fry's looking at stereo equipment pretty much for the house, my car. Fry's was the biggest electronic store in the area.
All right, we're here at Fry's Electronics, Sunnyvale. The last that was left of Fry's. And this is a very special location to me because this is where we got software, audio, wires, cables, computer components, CD-ROM, whatever we needed for computers back in the early 2000s. This was a spot. So this was like the very beginning of Napster that I found out. And that's when I was going crazy, like downloading a bunch of stuff. That's how I found a bunch of music. Like, that's how I found out about Cubert. That's how I found about a bunch of random East Coast artists and, you know, West Coast artists. It's just, you know, back at the time they had this Asian Pride song, you know? I don't know if people remember that shit. I don't know who that dude was, but that was a thing, you know? AOL Instant Messenger, AIM. But yeah, my dad seen that I like recording, and then he actually bought that program for me. So Hip Hop EJ, it's basically a program with pre-made loops. You just stack audio loops on top of each other, and you know, you can change the BPM, but you can't really create anything. It's just stacking pre-made loops. But that was the beginning. That's what opened the door for me that I wanted to learn more about production. Like growing up in Sunnyvale, all the homies that lived over here, that lived in my backyard, cars pulling up. You hearing some SIBO. You hearing some Celly Cell. You hearing Hollow Tip, you know? And this is the shit that just was around me. Just years of listening to music without even knowing. I'm just building my data bank of different type of vibes, different type of music. So that's what I can say to any upcoming producer. Just really indulge and go all in, listen to everything of what you like, you know? You don't even know it because you're building your ear, you're building your sound selection just by listening to a bunch of different music. But now I understand what's going on. There's some technical stuff. It wasn't easy. Those are, that's why good music is that way. There's a science behind it. People not just making random. There's some thought behind it that makes great music. The sound selection, the chord progressions, all of that. I did a little bit more research on my own, and I was able to find that there's another software called FL Studio, or actually at the time it was called Fruity Loops. And I believe I started on Fruity Loops 3, and then eventually 4. But yeah, in the beginning it was real limited. The piano roll was literally just a drop down piano, like side view, and you could just put one note, click notes in, so you couldn't really build chords. Yeah, the software wasn't advanced as what it is now.
I remember he had already came out, shot some videos and shit. And don't get me wrong, it's been amazing to watch, my nigga go from, nothing to something, man. It's been amazing. It's a beautiful thing. And RIP Traction Million, man. My boy Traction Million was fighting cancer. And when he got done with his treatment, I was like, hey, blood, we finna slide out and shoot this video, and we finna go live a little bit, you feel me? And we finna go fuck with my nigga.
When we get here, this nigga done plugged us with a whole motherfucking concert, nigga. Like, my nigga, a real life factor, you feel me, from both sides. And I'm blessed to say that this is my little brother.
All like being around my homies is what made me make beats, because people wanted beats. People wanted to record. People wanted to make music. So Sunnyvale, California, we right by San Jose, and we got Oakland and San Francisco on the top. We soaking all of that in, I'm coming home watching CMC, California Music Channel, Chewy Gomez. We watching Be Legit on TV. So that was me growing up. I was surrounded by music. People knocking Be Legit, E40 on the radio, Wild 94.9, 106 Kamaiyah.
I was impressed when we were just recording through the headphones, man. I was like real proud that we made a record that was actually slapping. And when we played it for our hood, man, people was rocking with it. You know what I mean? Everybody used to get on me because I had a long ass verse, man. I think I was supposed to write a 16 bar. I ended up writing a 40 bar.
And you had the Jabos for sale. I remember that too, man. Remember nigga had the Jabos early before niggas was even wearing Jabos. That nigga had every color when we got in the room. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga, man?
Eventually I got hipped. My homie Nitty, he put me on a JT the Bigger Figure. He came one night, came through, puffed on a little blunt, We smoking in the back alley where I used to live. He driving his Honda. He got the little CD player in the back seat. I'm like, yo, what is this shit? Because this shit sound mad unique. Like at the time I was in the real like hip hop and East Coast and trying to do boom bap, and I didn't really know what I really liked. But that night, for some reason, it was like the night I was like, yo, I want to do that type of beats. And it was the album was called Fairmore to HP by JT the Bigger Figure.
That JT album actually came from Izzy. His big bro used to slap shit because he was a little older than us. And, runs back to him, He was putting me up on his brother's shit. So it was like a burnt CD from him. Come through, slap, smoke, listen to that shit, put me up on something, kept my ear, and passed it around to the rest of the niggas to hear too.
Shit, ever since then, I've modeled my beats off of a sound I've developed probably around 2003. So all my beats that I'm making now is all off the foundation of what I've learned from 2003, going down that rabbit hole. This is where I learned how to sequence drums. I learned how to put keys together, how to create chord progressions. Not really understanding fully sound theory, but understanding like, okay, there's a set of notes that need to go along with certain, song, and then like, going to house parties, growing up. I'm into, RIP to the homie Cephas, man. But I remember one time we went to a house party somewhere in East Palo Alto, and man, we were smashing in that Pontiac, on 22s, slapping. I'm like, what is this? Like, you just like, no, like this, that player shit. Like, You know, that's when I caught that feeling like, oh shit, yeah, this is the type of music that it matched the lifestyle of what was going on. Smashing in the scraping, you know? Smashing in a nice, clean whip.
This is before I met you. But like, I'm hearing music from somewhere and we're like, where's that shit coming from? And then I believe we started rapping to the shit. You feel me? It was like, well, let's just rap to this shit. But see, this is flashes before all this shit happened, before we knew it was you doing this, and before we moved there. Yes. So yeah, we would be like, because you didn't normally keep your window open. You feel me? Because if it was open, we would have pinpointed it like, it's coming directly from there. But like, your window was normally closed, you feel me? So it was mostly the bass that we was hearing.
I used to hear them freestyling that night, man, just spitting that. You know, suicide, killer craze, overdose. You know, those are, and eventually the homie Jermaine was at my house one time. He looked over the window because he seen them freestyling. He's like, hey, y'all come over here. They hopped the fence.
And we walk in and this dude got a whole ass studio up in here. And he's just starting out, but he's already nice on the keyboard. And it clicked just like that. We were immediately ready to freestyle. I was ready to sing some hooks. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful time, man. Every day after anybody got off of work, let's all report to DJ Idea's spot. Let's see what new beat he got up. Let's all just flow and just put our minds to the track.
Man, I had to probably been like 17, 18 at the time. Really, when I really locked in like that, okay, I started understanding how to record vocals, because in the beginning I was recording vocals through the headphones using Cool Edit. But then after I learned, okay, you gotta get a mic that's got phantom power and all that. This sound I've been doing since about 2003. You know, I've been doing this sound. Now it's a more perfected, polished sound. Now I know, okay, these are the correct notes I need to be hitting. These are the correct tones I need to be using. These are the correct drums. It'll be 2024 and I'm still knocking SIBO to my caskets, right? I'm still knocking all the AWOL. I mean, that's just what I like. It's what I listen to, you know? Doja, you know? Louis Colion, Killer Tay. I took a chance. I was like, you know what? I hear Cardo doing this similar sound. Let me go ahead and do Cardo Got Wings type beats, Pedro Giovanni type beats, and see if it hit, you know? And I'm just like, shit, I'm just gonna dive in. I'm just gonna lock in on that sound because I've been doing that sound too.
So the tweak that's going on right now is that these old sounds, these old big fat bass sounds, the synth sounds, the crazy spooky little bells, the little mobby type of bump patterns, those are making a comeback. A lot of the youngsters don't even know that that's old school mob from 30 years ago. So if you can take that sound, but update it so that technologically it sounds as big as the production that's going on right now, then you got something that transcends generations. That's what DJ Idea is doing. It's old school game, but it don't sound outdated. It don't sound old school like, what is this? Sounds like it's from 1992, which turns younger people off. It sounds current, but it's still based in that foundation. That's one thing that Idea is doing that's dope, that's working for him. Another thing in terms of the impact is just the hustle. Like, you gotta use this device right here. Use the website, use the BeatStars, use the YouTube. This man is on all these platforms. This dude is slanging beats easily. You know what I'm saying? But not only slanging beats, he done reached out to me like, yo, let me send you some beats. That's what we want in a producer. One thing that Idea has done is used his platform to showcase his art, and that's why he's winning right now. Well, I would say first and foremost, when you hear Idea's production is mixed very well. So everything is leveled, EQ'd, effects, everything is got the compressed, it's got the right sauce on it. It's not over mixed, it's not overproduced, but everything stacks up. See, I actually know music, so I know how to listen for these things. So everything stacks up perfectly. So it's very professional quality. And when you're actually trying to get placements and get your music heard and get artists to rock with you, that's what you want. We got to compete. We got to compete with the major leagues, the major league producers that got the $1 million studios. So even if you're recording on some home setup, you want to rock with a producer that got that thunder. So that's the first thing I noticed. On top of that, just the instrumentation. You know, one thing that's dope about Bay Area music is a lot of the production, you could tell it was just someone fucking around on the keyboard. You know what I'm talking about? Until they found the right note.
Yeah.
And that's why that shit came out hella weird and sometimes a little off or a little out of key, but it sounded dope.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hear that little bit of it, like I could tell you just having fun with it. And then every now and then there's some very nice chord progression or solid instrumentation, but for the most part, it's just you banging around on them pads, and that's why I feel like it comes out like you can tell you're having fun with the music.
For sure. Yeah, hell yeah. Ending of 2018, Cardo ends up finding me on YouTube. He ends up reaching out. And I ended up bumping into him at the NAMM convention in 2019. Ended up working with him for the first time that year. We did a bunch of stuff that year, you know. I mean, really throughout the middle of the year, he invited me to his crib, you know, out in LA. And man, that whole week I done met Young Thug, you know, Kendrick, Travis Scott, like everybody in the industry, bro. Like we done went to Travis Scott's birthday. I did a lot, man. Cardo done opened up that door, man. I met everybody, you know, Schoolboy Q, Sheck West, 42 Doug, like everybody pulling up. I'm working with him, Johnny Giuliano, man. And, you know, I built that relationship with Cardo, you know, because, you know, I could come with that sound, you know, that come from this mob era, older Bay Area music, man. We pulling from that, you know, but trying to keep it new at the same time. Trying to step outside of the box, you know, because sound is consistently changing. So I'm always trying to stay on point on what's going on now, so my shit don't ever sound dated or like just stagnant. You know, I'm trying to always elevate.
I am Cardo. You don't know Cardo got wings. This my little brother, motherfucking young T.O. Straight from Vallejo. Stacking chips like potatoes. Hey ho. I was coming. My boy DJ idea behind the camera and the beats too. But yeah, this is just the calm before the storm. Straight slaps, no caps. All killers, no feelings. Straight up.
I was on fucking BeatStar and I was searching like my beats. Cardo started type sound and shit. I actually found him and Keezy at the same time. I'm like, who is these niggas? Bro, these niggas is fucking fire. Then I ended up messaging this nigga and the rest is history. That's how I started connecting with him. And the crazy part about it is, I done bought beats from this nigga, but I still ain't put the songs out. And I just got to the point where I'm like starting to put out music just without an orthodox fucking formula. Because I just always feel like I need a structure. Oh, I gotta have this many videos. I gotta have this cover. Now I'm like, nah, fuck that, just drop. So now I'm like, that shit, I was just telling him because I was supposed to put out a project with Harry Fraud in December. I don't got nothing, but I got the one sitting with you. And I was like, shit, I might as well just drop that motherfucker. But we gotta get them little stems right real quick. That's why I'm trying to get them down here. I'm like, nigga, we gotta get this shit out. I feel like sitting on music ain't making nobody no money. And don't nobody know which one gonna be the hit. It may be some shit that we all don't think that end up being, you know what I'm saying?
Like, it was so crazy. I had heard of you just from like YouTube beats years ago. And then when I met you, I was like, oh, that's bro. I was like, bro, I used to always say this shit like different beat stars and different shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's crazy.
Where you hear me like, I know that tag. Like when we was at the grill that day, I'm like, I know this tag.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, oh, hold on, that's the homie. I'm like, oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, this shit crazy. So you know what I'm saying? So you don't look at life like that sometimes. You don't know how impactful you are on people.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So you gotta go out and go get it done.
So our boy AC and Corey here, they be going and looking through, I be pressing them every day, like go find sounds, like shit that we like. Like I'll give them examples of shit that we like. And I'll be like, go find it. And AC went and found your kit, and then I seen that you had worked with Nip's artist, Lil Cotty. I seen that. I'm like, damn, Cotty knows about this and I don't. So that rang a bell. Because I've known Lil Cotty since he was like 16. So I'm like, damn, how he know about this? And then I went and we just went and just went through all, like, you know how you just preview everything? I was just went and preview everything and then we hit you.
Right on, man. No, for real.
Like, yo, what's like, send us whatever you got, send it to us. Like, he'll tell you like immediately.
So we ran into you and your sounds. We was like, oh, he's making that mob. Northern Cali, like, we need that.
And now I'm like all in.
I love what you're doing, man.
And I'm trying to preserve it at the same time, you know, like.
Yeah, you're doing a good job of it, man, because I hear shit, I'll be like, damn, that sound like something, man, that's an upgraded version of the shit that sound like some upgraded Selsky. Man, that sound like some JT, right? And you're doing it, it don't sound exactly like, or it sound upgraded, man, like taking it to a whole nother level. That's why I stay shopping at your store. You know what I mean?
Man. No, because on some real shit, like, a lot of artists would try to like hit me up and do the runaround. But, bro, Black C, oh shit, Black C bought some beats. Like, you know, with no bullshit, man. So, like, you guys stop capping. If you're in this game, like, do it the right way. Don't be stealing the beats. Now I gotta see you rapping all over the tagged version. And,
exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Spend that extra couple dollars, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we just out here, you know, trying to push good product, you know?
That's it, man. And you got it, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, we got some shit in store too, you know?
Oh, yes, sir. On the way. Trust and believe that EP on the way, man. We going to work.
You're the pioneer of that for this generation, or right now. Like
Appreciate
right
that.
now.
Appreciate that, man.
That mob, that's your sound. That mob sound, to me, is like that Player West Coast. Just the producer community needs to know about everything you got going on in the producer world.
I want everybody to know, like, hey, you could do this shit too. You feel me? This shit started off as a dream, you know?
The equipment you use too. Analog gear, the sounds, where the sounds come from. This ain't no regular crash. This is a crash, a cymbal, a hi-hat.
Yeah, we really take pride in our sound selection, you know?
Nah, for sure.
You've been doing good work, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm proud of you, bro.
I'm just really trying to do what I love and like make music that I grew up on.
Yes, sir.
I'm really a student of the game, student of JT production. You know, the Mighty Quinn, The Hustle Continues. You know, classic album.
You said that when I met you, and you like to take these up right now. That you like to what was that song with all of us on there? The one that you ended up making it over though.
Yeah, Mafioso Type
Mafioso Type Tactics.
One of my favorite songs.
That was one of my favorite beats to rap on too.
Oh, nice.
Right back then, because it reminded me of Timberland type of flavor. JT one of the best producers in the world. I'm glad he's getting back to it. But I'm glad that you fired up our sound. You brought the sound back.
Appreciate that, man.
I know you was stumped down serious about it, because when I met you, you was like, this is sound. This what y'all missing.
Idea come in now in 2020, 18 through 24, and going forward. Oh, this is a sound that nobody is really messing with no more. So let me go ahead on and see what I'm gonna do with this sound right now. Let me see what's going on. I'm gonna incorporate and spice it up because it's coming from me. Even though I heard this and I'm being inspired, but it's still coming from me on how my twist is and what I'm doing, right? So he added something to it. You know what I mean? It derived, his inspiration derived from the original Bay Area music. But moving forward, now it's an updated sound with the sounds that's going on right now. Even though he's using some of the sounds from back in the days, the modules, getting those sounds from it, it still sound like it's mixed and blend in with updated sounds. Whether it's, you know, he got an EQ or this or that, whatever the case is, it's his chemistry.
I was able to dive into that like when I got older. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I said the brotherly turn to C-ball. Like all of that vibe, like Drew Downs, Richie Rich for sure. One of my favorites too.
Hell yeah.
All the way up to like the Mac Malls. And bro, I can just keep J Styles. There's a lot of I'm heavily rooted up there. Shout out to
crazy out California. All these different cities got their own sounds and shit, man.
But I just always knew, like, I just look at it like one California.
I
always looked at it that way.
All these different flavors all over, man. But I love Cali, man. California love all the way,
Come on, man. You got some shit too, bro.
Appreciate
we gonna go crazy, man. We got some shit. He got some shit. We gonna do some shit. You feel me? 5-pack coming soon.
Shout out to Mike and Keys, man.
Yeah.
You know,
and overall good time, you know what I'm saying?
Turn up.
And I think that's what people forget is that like a good time is timeless. Everybody gonna want to have a good time at some point. You feel me?
Yeah.
So But if you're making music in that realm, it's like your music always gonna be timeless, you know?
Hell yeah, we out here in Burbank, California, man. This is where it all started for me as far as pursuing my goal as an audio engineer, a producer, networker. We got a lot of love for this studio right here. Shout out to F.A.B, DJ Flip, Cruz. That's where I met everybody over here messing around in LA, getting tapped in with these studios. Like, everything for me started off in 2019. You know, Cardo Got Wings hit me, and I'm like, shit, I gotta be in LA. You know, me being a videographer, I was like, shit, my way in is through you know, trying to not push my beats, but more so push my talents as a videographer and help other producers, you know, get visuals at the same time getting my foot in the door and showing producers that I'm willing to work. So I met a bunch of dope people over here, man. You know, business friends, you know, for real. For F.A.B, you know, he done dropped so much game on me. I opened up my own studio in Hawaii. You know, he gave me the courage to like, hey, this how we do it? Go run it up out there.
They gave us the opportunities, you know what I'm saying, to link and use their, you know, place as a recording spot, you know what I'm saying? And me and Idea, we just went up from there. We just started getting to work, you know what I'm saying? Sound selection, we took it to the next level.
Yeah, now, we in 2024, I've opened up my own recording studio in Oahu, Honolulu, Hawaii. I was able to give people the opportunity to learn audio engineering, to learn production, to learn just even how to deal with people in a recording studio environment. We done worked with all the local artists, all the big artists, you know. I done worked with, you know, all the West Coast artists, you know, damn near Osama, rest in peace to Young Slowby. Man, the list goes on and on, man.
I'm Russell North, and I was today years old when I found out that you co-produced Strategizer, man. Rest in peace to Young Slowby.
Yes, sir.
Fire record, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, bro.
Real West Coast out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I needed a studio, man, to tap in with out here in Hawaii, man. So I was on the plane. I was trying to think, like, man, let me tap in, man. My boy Cypress plugged me with DJ Idea, slid through, man, got the work done. You feel me? He provided a banger beat, sent me a pack. Oh, we on about her. It took me less than 2 seconds. Oh, this one, bam. Midnight in Hawaii it is. Banger. You know, we going up. This about to be the one, man. Watch, stay tuned. Watch when this come out. Y'all gonna see. You know, I'll just be talking. Hey, you hear me?
Man, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful that I can now, you know, because now we doing software. I created Player VST.
Oh man, that's my favorite VST right now. I'm not gonna lie. He'll tell you, me and Keys don't let him know VST right now because it's funny. Like we back on our, like how we originally, we was literally talking about like when we first came to the music game, we was just making like all West Coast beats. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we was just learning. And then, you know, we grew out of it. And it's like now, it's like we literally starting over. And these are the sounds we need to do. What we need to do. Because it's, you know, certain basses, leads. Even the percussions. The percussion kit is like very serious. Because it's like when you listen to Superfly, Daz, like all the producers back in the day.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Acapone from Totally Insane. I'm just giving a shout out to my man DJ Idea, man. One of the dopest producers in the game, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I've been working with him for years now. I've used many of his beats on my albums, you know what I'm saying? And some of the best productions I've ever had in my career, you know?
I created sound selection kits. We were selling beats online through BeatStars, you know, one of the top sellers on West Coast beats on BeatStars. And we having fun with this digital playground, man. We making this digital money, man, in your sleep money, you know? That's a part of the game that I've been trying to figure out the whole time. But now that I just been creating product that's true and organic to me, everything going up, you know? I got sound sample packs I've called Sunnyvale. I've got, you know, Skrilicon Valley, you know, everything, all this that I've brought up, I was like, you know what? Now I gotta package it up and sell it in a bottle.
Bro, I've been doing this shit for hella years, bro. He been doing this since a kid, bro. The shit he doing now is no surprise for me to see him where he at. Because the boy been grinding for years, like on some real shit. And he was just like, bro, I'm about to go to Bronson House, blow some trees, we about to get on the beat, you feel what I'm saying? We about to hang out like snot, nigga. Hell yeah, blood, like, nigga, for real, fool. That shit crazy, cause it's progression. And to think about it then, and to look where niggas is at now, progression, nigga, that's what life is about, blood, like on some real shit. If you ain't progressing, then you staying stagnated, nigga. And if you staying stagnant, you in the way, you worthless, you been useless.
One thing I love about my boy, he's always cooking. He's always in the kitchen. That's why we talking meals, and that's the $1 million play.
Ain't enough hours in the day. Ain't enough money in the bank. Ain't enough players in the game. Understand what I'm saying? It's $1 million play. Ain't enough hours in the day. Ain't enough money in the bank. Ain't enough players in the game. Understand what I'm saying? It's $1 million play. Idea on the baseline. I'm Sean Kemp with the hang time. If a sucker make me pissed, I'ma throw him off a cliff just to see if he can hang glide. I'll make it splash in this bay water. Calling shots like the Godfather. And the grind ain't stopped until we poppin' in the whole team ballin' like a motherfucking Globetrotters. The game gets ugly, but it's beauty in the rhyme. The art in the business where the worlds collide. I'm God in the booth and the devil is a lie. Even Stevie Wonder gotta see the boy shine on the height. Dippin' sick through the Frisco night, get it right. My vision killing everything in sight. My life defined by the drippy ink lines and the writing on the wall be the sign of the times. Ain't enough hours in the day. Ain't enough money in the bank. Ain't enough players in the game. Understand what I'm saying? It's $1 million play. Ain't enough hours in the day. Ain't enough money in the bank. Ain't enough players in the game. Understand what I'm saying? It's $1 million play.